Hillel's health was in decline and it was getting harder to conceal his addiction. Then a roadie concerned for his well-being approached Hillel's brother.
He said, your brother's doing heroin. I didn't believe it at first, but he said, you know, you need to know it's getting out of hand. No one wants to tell you. So I confronted my brother about it. He begged me not to tell my mom, so I didn't. I would have told my mom if I had a second chance.
Later, fans get hot for the Chili Peppers.
I think everybody in the audience felt like they were in on something that maybe everyone that wasn't there was kind of missing out on.
But first, Hillel loses his battle with addiction.
It's like, wow, he's dead. This is real. You know, we're fragile mortals who die. You know what I mean? This is no game here.
At the beginning of 1988, it looked as if it was going to be a breakthrough year for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Their new album, Uplift Mofo Party Plan, was outselling their previous two records, and their shows were drawing big crowds. On the road, it seemed Anthony and Hillel were taking steps to turn their lives around. They agreed to help each other steer clear of heroin.
I had mentioned it to Hillel. I said, you know, Hillel, I think we should both seriously look at being clean. And we talked about it, and we thought, we're both going to perish. You know, we're going to lose the band. And we thought, yeah, we really should, because we'll have a lot more fun, and we can make a lot more music, and life will be better without it.
Entries in a journal reveal Hillel's desire to stay clean. James Slovak says his brother's diary outlines his devotion and love for music.
How I know my brother was hurting to get off of drugs is he writes stuff like this. He says, F drugs. Music is my destiny. Even though I don't necessarily feel it now, I know soon I will feel that this experience will make me stronger.
We were touring in Europe, and both Hillel and Anthony were having problems at the time, but they were, as a team, united to clean up. And they did. They were doing great. We've been working really hard for a long, long time, and they were kind of fried. We came back, and I think pretty much everybody said, hey, I'm going to go my way, you go your way, and I'll speak to you in like 3 weeks.
But without the mutual support between Hillel and Anthony, the time apart proved to be ill-fated.
When we got back from playing, we were pretty much just on a clean-headed level. And we both disappeared into our own worlds of getting high again.
Several days later, on Friday, June 24th, James received an unexpected phone call from Hillel.
He told me that he was thinking about the heroin again, and I begged him not to do it. And told him it was like Russian roulette, that, you know, spinning the barrel, you can die at any time. And there was a big pause, and he said I was right. And that was like actually the first time he said, I love you. I said to him, I said, let's start hanging out more often, let's start doing things together. And he said, definitely, definitely. And I didn't have that chance, because after that...
That would be the last conversation James would have with his brother. Hillel hung up the phone and shut himself off from the world.
We couldn't find Hillel, you know. I'm their manager. My job is basically to be a pain in the ass and call everybody every day. Hey, what are you doing? How are you? What's going on? And I couldn't get an answer on Hillel. We called, you know, anybody, you guys hear from Hillel? You hear from Hillel? Nobody heard, nobody heard.